It definitely got cold last night. As you can see, I got some book on my ass.
Is it?
Yeah. Let me show you our hammock town. Oh yeah, this Fred.
Wait, is it 10 or 15?
Okay, 10. Says it on top. Here's our first trail. It's called Blackbear Pass.
Let's roll!
Woo! I'm so excited. This is Blackbear Pass we're on right now.
That's right, man! We are there!
Woo! This is gonna be amazing. Now these videos have a lot of scenery. Let me show you this. I really hope this video does justice on how the scenery actually looks, because it's just beautiful. I mean, one side of the mountain would be snow, the other side would just be rock. Of course, it didn't quite get cold enough to really snow, so the kind of the snow that we're seeing on the ground is pretty much just, what are they, like ice crystals from the rain that we had last night?
Yeah. Slush.
Like a slush of some sort. But
This might be snow from a snow.
it's from an actual snow.
And it just ain't melted.
Yeah, possibly. But it's awesome because you can see these little lakes, that's what I was showing you a second ago, form down the bottom of these pits. They're not too big, but they're cool looking. I was able to make a snowball. I haven't done that in years. Let's see if I can adjust it. We are at Blackbear Pass, elevation 12,840 feet. We came down to get the iconic photo of Jeep sign. You want me to get a picture with you in it?
Yeah.
All right.
But you gotta use the selfie mode.
Okay. So, like this. This is just so beautiful. I wish Trenton could be here. You'd have so much fun with this. Looks like we need a vacation to Colorado. This is pretty cool. As we come around the side of this hill, we can see a little town. I'm not sure if it's Telluride?
That's Telluride.
Telluride. Right out in that valley.
Be hard to pick up on that camera, but
Yeah.
it's down there.
There's an airport. So right down over here 2 years ago, our friend John, he was actually moving out of the way for someone, and he got off camber. His front driver wheel popped off of a rock, and he actually ended up flipping over on his side. And that was pretty scary because right next to where he flipped is a huge drop off. So right here in this spot, he couldn't see his front left tire as he was backing up, and his front left tire was right on this edge, and it just dropped down. And when it dropped down right on that ledge, it just basically took him and put him on his side. And this is what he's sitting next to. So whenever John flipped, we had to get a winch in the back of him, which was here, tied onto him. So whenever he rolled back over, because nobody was in the Jeep when we rolled it back over, that's like a Colorado safari. So we had to winch from one of the bases of like those pine trees to another Jeep that was sitting about in that location. We went to a tree, over to the side of the Jeep, and then we went from the Jeep to another Jeep in order to keep it so that way whenever it flipped back over, it didn't just take off down the hill, just to make sure nothing was messed up in the drivetrain, transmission, leakages, you know, whatever. You just want to have that for safety precaution. So this vehicle is sitting in here, and you can see tow truck on the way. There's a number. Because from what we can tell, what a couple of bypassers said, they flipped it, or they rolled it, and it's pretty funny because, ironically, I mean, you can see the gaps and everything. It's huge. The license plate, it's pretty funny. Running down Black Bear Pass right now, making sure James has a good line because he's the first Jeep. If anything's too sketchy, I'm going to stay there and guide the rest of the Jeeps down. There's a whole bunch of old, what should we call them, anchor points or stations that there's cables running across. I don't know if you can see the cables. There's cables running across, and then these stations with harbor cables going from different parts of, from edge of the cliff to the edge of the cliff, so that way they could actually take trolleys from one side of the mountain to the other side of the mountain, carrying different materials, gold, I mean, whatever they're pulling out of this. And basically what's left of these things is just a disintegrated facility. Right down there, I don't know if you can see, there's a white house, and it's literally built on the side of a cliff. Like, I'll show you that video later, but I'll try to get footage of it later. This house is like literally half of the house is on the edge of the cliff. I don't know how they did it and why they did it, but it's incredible engineering and how they actually did it. I hiked up here to show you guys. This is pretty cool. I'm still trying to make my way over. This wood is actually really slippery. There we go. And there's nails everywhere. Because as this stuff falls apart, all the nails are just exposed. Check out all of these. They kind of look like cams. So they have like a lobe. And as they go, they move one of the bars up, one of the bars back. Fascinating to see how they did all this without modern day machinery. It's just incredible. All these hand-hewn beams that they notched everything out. And just alone how they made the cables and these steel apparatuses that functioned so well. I mean, I guess they functioned well. I wasn't here to find out if they did or not. So I want to let you guys in on a little secret. If you sit on the spare tire of a Jeep, not only does the driver have a good view, but so do you. Isn't that view amazing? You have to have a lot of trust in the driver though. We're gonna go down all of these switchbacks. Two years ago, I ran down all of them in cowboy boots and jeans with a Carhartt. I only made it about halfway with the Carhartt, and it was just so hot. I had to take it off and throw it in one of the Jeeps. But I don't know what compelled me to do it. I just felt like running down back of Black Bear Pass. And my feet didn't like me very much afterwards, but it was fun. It was a good experience. I almost started doing it, and then I was like, nah, I'll just jump on the back of James's Jeep. There's a little bit more of that house that's built on the side of the cliff. So James went from 33s to 35s, and sitting on a spare tire isn't as comfortable as it used to be, and I'm not as flexible as it used to be. I need to start working on that again. So I don't know if I have the best seat in the house anymore. You know, I started thinking, Of course, I haven't watched a lot of videos of this trail necessarily, but I can probably guarantee that nobody has filmed going down this trail while sitting on the spare tire of a Jeep. So I think I'm the first at that. I like being the first at certain things. That's very impressive of how that house is built. Very impressive. This is crazy. There's some hikers right over on that trail, climbing up the side of that hill. Right there, a little white jacket. Have a good day. People look at me so funny when I ride up here. It's hilarious. Around this turn up here, you're gonna see some pretty cool stuff. There's like a little track. I'll show you right now before we miss it. And it looks like that goes back into a crevice of the hill, which could be like a cave or part of a mine of some sort, where they're pulling material out. The one thing I discovered while riding back here going down this trail is I have no butt, and I'm not very flexible right now. I feel like those need to become my new goal. Get a bigger butt. Sounds funny. Get a bigger butt. It'll all be worth it on the way down. This little town right here where we ate pizza at for lunch is called Telluride. We're now at Imogene Pass, just outside of Telluride. Telluride? Telluride? Here's something cool. We're driving up this trail and see like all these trees that are just carved with initials and hearts. It's pretty cool. A lot of them are grown over. You can't read them anymore, but you can definitely see that somebody had actually tried to like etch something in. So this whole corner has washed out before, and they've had to reinforce it. It's pretty impressive work, considering downhill. You're working on the edge of a mountain. This right here kind of seems like the headquarters of the operation that they had going on this hillside. And it's fascinating to see everything that went into it. Just to see everything and how they anchored it. To support these cables that would go all the way across these canyons. There's so much metal up here. Concrete. Still pieces of some type of machinery they had. That was fun. Imogene Pass, it's 13,115 feet. I'll let you guys bask in its awesomeness. Now you can bask. I'm gonna put a sweater on.
Are you time lapsing? It's the only coverage with the wind. I started, I was like, oh, there's a camera there.
Hi, Majin. This is the end of the leg for Imogene. This is the view for the picture. And of course, we got to break out the drone. We just noticed that this shock mount right here. We are ending the day back at camp after going Black Bear Pass in Imogene. We didn't end up eating an ure, I think is what it is. Now we're starting a fire and we're gonna cook our own food. I'm gonna take it down to the creek. This is nice, very nice. Campsite's just up there. We have this nice Brickling creek flowing right behind us. I think that's enough. Let's go cook some food. And I'm feeling good.
Daddy, there was a bit windy. And where's Daddy Paseo?